We still have 2 minutes. We're just trying to have a good time. So I think if we hit the back button again, it'll just play that. Okay, you have 30 seconds to call your friends. Yeah, start your watch parties. That's a great idea. Ashley from the board has made a recommendation. We are streaming this live. So it's a hybrid tonight. It's going to be on StreamYard. So you can check in on Facebook and start your live party. Great idea. You can also call your babysitters and your friends and let them know that we're going to be partying afterwards at the workshop. So you might need a little extra time. What else? I think that's it. I think it's 6. Party time.
From the DJ to the mixer, from my fingers to the fader, raise your hands up to the speakers. You are here to entertain us. From the DJ to the mixer, from my fingers to the fader, raise your hands up to the speakers, because this is for the ragers. From the DJ to the mixer, from my fingers to the fader, raise your hands up to the speakers. You are here to entertain us.
Hello and welcome everybody. So glad for this turnout. It's the September 2021 TCNewTech pitch event. I'm Jennifer Zunko, the executive director. And at TCNewTech, our mission is to build a culture of innovation, economic growth, and opportunity in the Grand Traverse region. And by being here tonight, you're all helping us to do that. You're a part of making that happen just by showing up. It's your membership and the generosity of our sponsors that make all of this possible. So we thank you. Tonight, you'll see a team with cameras taking photos and videos, and we want to thank Vincent and Ella from Stone Marshall Media for helping us to create some new promotional content. Now, our attorneys have told us we have to read the statement that says, by participating tonight, you're granting TCNewTech the right to use refrain from using your name and or likeness in any and all footage from tonight's event in any matter or media that TCNewTech feels fit without review or approval and without compensation. So there's that. And especially since we're live streaming, anybody that comes up on stage tonight is going to be on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. A little shout out to everybody that's on those channels right now watching from wherever they are. Now I want to introduce you to our MC, Lisa Baker Lawrence. She's a longtime member. She's a longtime MC up here for us. She's also an outstanding business consulting with Access Point, and we're happy to have her tonight. So I'll at least take it over.
Thank you. That was me. So tonight is going to be the same as most nights at TCNewTech. So can you raise your hand if you've never been here before? Awesome. Welcome. So this is a once a month event. Usually this is our agenda. There's going to be 4 presenters this evening. Each presenter is going to have 5 minutes to present, and then they're going to have 5 minutes of Q&A. We're also going to have a couple of really great announcements, as well as you can see there are 2 microphones in between the aisle here. We do have opportunities for announcements for job opportunities if you're with a company, if you are looking for a job, if you have a local event, if your car is on fire, whatever it is you feel like we need to know, and I'll let you know when you can come to the microphone. Okay? Oh, and we vote. I apologize. Yes, I have the clicker, but I forgot to talk about it. I'm a little rusty because I wasn't here last month, but we have 2. Look what you're doing with your clicker. She's bossing me around up here. We do have a social hour afterwards, so I want to encourage everybody to stick around. And we are also going to be visiting the workshop to continue those conversations and relationships. So we encourage you to join us. Thank you for your help, Jen. We are a nonprofit. However, we do rely on the donations and the sponsorships and all of the patronage from everyone, and would love to have you become a member. Membership gives you the opportunity to vote on board folks, get insight into what's going on with TCNewTech, and you get a really cool shirt from Sunfrog T-shirts, so definitely recommend it. There's a table out there. Sarah will greet you and show you how to get signed up today. Oh, I figured out what I was doing. Is anybody getting a green dot in their eyes? Using the pointer. Ashley Sloat, welcome to the stage. Ashley is with the board here for TCNewTech. Not anymore. Former board member, and she's very patient, Aurora Consulting.
Thank you, Lisa, and welcome everybody. I'm so glad that we have the in-person events, the virtual people. Hello. Tonight, I want to talk to you about when to patent your idea, more particularly when you should share and when you should shush. I was going to say shut up, but then we thought that was a little too bold. Anyways, so it's one of 2 things are going to happen when you have your next great idea. You're going to want to hold it very close and protect it like it's the One Ring. Or on the other hand, you're going to want to jump up and tell the world on every mountaintop of what you have discovered or what you have invented. Both of these in their truest forms are not appropriate until you have filed a provisional patent application. For those of you who are not aware of what a provisional is, it is a lower fidelity, lower cost patent application that pens for 1 year until you convert it into a full US application, which is a larger investment. And so this can be important because it allows you the ability to then share your technology with the world to gain valuable insight, refine, recruit, advance your technology, your idea. But if you decide to share too soon, you could cause irreparable harm in your future ability to get a patent. And if you don't share, again, then you also are not going to further your idea and hopefully impact humanity. So these 2 things do have to go hand in hand. You do need to patent, but you also do need to share. And the reason I'm encouraging you to file a patent application before you share your technology, your patent-ready technology, which I will talk about, is that we and the rest of the world are a first-to-file system. What that means in practice is if I invent today, somebody else invents something similar tomorrow or a few days later. This is the idea of simultaneous invention. It does happen. But they rush to the patent office, and I dawdle along and then later file it. They will win, and I will be left wondering what has happened. And so, again, file your patent application and then share. And you need to do this before you publicly disclose. And what does publicly disclose mean? It means before presenting or publishing your patent-ready invention. Patent-ready means that you know how to make and use it. For the mechanical arts, for software, this is relatively a simpler exercise. For the chemical arts and biotech, this is a harder thing to do. You might need to do more experimentation. So patent ready. You also need to do it before responding to a request for proposal if it is patent ready. A grant is more of a promise to have an invention and usually doesn't have the same thing as an RFP. And then you also need to do this before selling or offering for sale your technology. Let's go a little deeper on the sales. So you need to file a patent application before you offer your idea for sale. Sales activities or activities that would be constituted as an offer for sale include licensing agreements, because usually it's kind of some kind of royalty or sales agreement, performance of services related to your products. So I don't care if nobody's using your actual software and nobody's actually using your device, but you're providing them with services or reports that are a readout of that device or services, that still constitutes a sales activity. If you are providing technical drawings to somebody, that clearly is a patent-ready invention. If even unaccepted or canceled or rescinded offers for sale are still considered offers for sale, or even secret sales. This one gets a lot of people. People say, well, nobody knew how my technology worked. Nobody knew how my software worked. That still counts. The Patent Office does not want you getting a 20-year monopoly and extending that by keeping things secret and thereby having a 30-year monopoly. Things that might not constitute an offer for sale: pre-announcing or pre-advertising a yet-to-be-developed product, transferring technical knowledge, manufacturing agreements, and an experimental use. Maintaining control of your technology and clearly marking it and not selling it, but showing that it's truly in this like beta working on progress. So I want the take home to be tonight is that definitely share. That's the only way you're going to move your idea forward. And don't keep it secret. Don't steal it because you are a first mover, but do file a patent application if it is patent ready and protect yourself in case this becomes the next big thing. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be here tonight. And we also have a podcast. So if you have interesting questions, we might be addressing it in one of our podcasts. If you're out walking, definitely check us out. And then side note, we are closing on an office in the Commons. So if you're there and like to say hi, stop by. We're also investing in a lot of equipment for webinars and podcasts. And so if you have any interest in you using that equipment, renting it from us or whatever, come talk to me and we can get you on the list. But anyways, thanks everyone, and share on.
Thank you, Ashley. So tonight we want to say a big thank you to RJG. They've been a longtime supporter, and tonight they're back to sponsor our winner this evening. So they will be providing a $500 check to whoever you vote for. So we want to say thank you to RJG. And we're going to get started. So Deborah, make your way to the stage. And Deborah is with Lala Insights.
Hi, my name's Deborah Lanning. I'm the founder and creative director of Lala Projects. We were established in 2014. We design custom WordPress websites and create WordPress products to back them up. We currently employ 3 developers and 1 associate. Tonight, I'm going to chat with you about our new WordPress wedding industry solution. Lala Projects will build a website for anybody or anyone or any business. But for the purpose of this presentation, we'll be focusing on our wedding industry clients, which include wedding venues, planners, and vendors. After working with multiple wedding pros, we started to see a pattern with their requests. They all want to provide their customers with resources to help them plan a great wedding. Our clients want preferred vendors lists to help with wedding planning, wedding portfolios, to provide inspiration and to help with their sales process. And they want to provide their destination wedding clients with local insights to help them find their way around our community. We started to see a reoccurring problem that we could solve. For us as developers, we were building the same thing over and over again, which was not that much fun. And for clients, they're paying for customer development, which is costly. They have to collect and maintain all the information, and they have to develop the content that's on their website. And of course, for like most busy professionals, nobody has any time. So before I start talking about our solution, I'd like to go over a few terms with you. WordPress. is a content management system. It powers 35% of the websites today. WordPress themes provide style and functionality, and WordPress plugins are programs that you can add to your theme to provide additional functionality. When we started thinking about our solution, we decided it needed to be easy, fast, and accurate. So we created a database of local wedding professionals. We use an API to pass that content from the database to a plugin, which then displays the information on our clients' websites. For those of you who don't know what an API is, it's a data stream that sends information from one place to another. Our database is called Lala Insights. You can view the directory by going to lalainsights.com. Our WordPress product line starts with our Lala Theme 4, and then you can add the plugins onto that as well. So you have the wedding vendors and the wedding portfolios. We have 3 clients using the solution so far: Starry Night Barn, Timberly Hills, and Dragonfly Event Designs, if you'd like to check them out. And now that you know what we've been working on, we can talk about the money. So an average custom WordPress website costs about $5,000 to build. The themes and plugins have annual licensing fees of $75, and most venues use all 3, which is $225 a year. For vendor listing subscriptions in the database, we're starting that at $60 a year. So let's apply these numbers to a small market, Northern Michigan. We have about 100 venues here, and let's say we capture 20% of that market, it would be about $100,000, and the annual licensing fees would be around $4,500. Now, if we scale up to nationwide, the numbers get a lot more interesting. There are about 500 venues in Michigan. So let's say there's 500 in every state, which is an assumption, but there could be 3,000 in California and 550 in Rhode Island. But as an average, we'll just say 500. So that's 25,000 venues across the country. If we capture 20% of that market, we're looking at 5,000 website builds, which is like $25 million. The annual licensing fees would be more than $1 million. And that's just the venues. It doesn't include the wedding planners or the listing subscriptions. So those are all exciting numbers, but how do we get there? We have our proof of concept, and now we can start rolling out enhancements we've been dreaming about. And we'd also like to develop the local insights plugin and possibly monetize the API itself. To really get the subscriber portion of the solution up and running, we want to add more value. Everything's in place to purchase the subscription online. We just need to add a few more bells and whistles so we can proudly promote it. The sales and marketing is really the next big thing for us to focus on, starting on our local market, expanding into more Michigan communities, and ultimately expanding to other states. So the ask, I really struggled with this part of the presentation. So I've never taken out a business loan or sought an investor before. So I'd really like as a mentor to help me figure that out. And then lastly, I'd just like to thank a few people, Ann Ralston of Ralston Consulting for spending a little time with me helping create this presentation, TCNewTech for all their support, Lana Trazer, the photographer who provided some photos for this presentation, and for you for coming out tonight. So if you want to see a demo of my products, please reach out or find me in the back. And that's it. Do you have any questions?
Any questions? All right.
Oh. Sure. So the question is, can anybody be in the database? And the answer is yes. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. It's always nice when it's so thorough that there aren't any questions. Well done. Next one we'd like to introduce. It's fine, I can do this. Whoa. I apologize. Barb Tremont and Bill Myers with Newton's Road.
Hi, I'm Barb Tremont with Newton's Road. I'm the Executive Director.
And I'm Bill Myers. I'm the chair of the board of directors of Newton's Road and one of the co-founders. And if you're a volunteer for Newton's Road, you are considered a roadie. So I am a roadie. I'm a volunteer that helps out. So Newton's Road, a group of parents, myself among them about 11 years ago, started an organization here in Traverse City, a nonprofit to benefit STEM education. We really wanted to market STEM skills to parents, to families, and the value of their kids for their futures so they can take on those jobs of the future, which are really the jobs of now.
And that still holds today. And the problem still holds today. There are so many parents and youth that don't know about these fantastic STEM-related careers in our region, the pathways to achieve them, and the local advantage ways to do it in less time and less money. So after looking around to see if anyone is doing something like this, we decided to develop a solution. We're calling it the Career Investigator of Northwest Michigan, a local platform. And it is already existing today. We have 15 local employers represented of 85 careers.
And I'm doing a very poor job on the clicker. I apologize, Barb, but I'm a volunteer. So, so the Career Investigator really takes advantage of data from 4 different sources. So we aggregate data, first of all, from the source, which is really employers. What are our local jobs? What are our local companies? What are they doing? Who are they competing with? And what kinds of skills do they require to compete every day? But we also get data from local high schools, from local middle schools about the career paths that they have available to them and the classes and the other career resources that are available through the high schools. We also talk to local colleges, specifically NMC. What are the pathways for credentials and certificates that NMC offers that can lead kids to STEM education, but also beyond? So schools like Michigan Tech and others, where can they go beyond that? And then finally, governmental sources. What are the employment statistics that are specific to our local area for those specific jobs that are listed in the Career Investigator? So all this information is aggregated in one platform.
So fasten your seatbelts. We're going to go on a Formula One demo. So this is the homepage where you can pick a career family and then a career within that family and look at the details for that career. And you can find out all about a typical day, pathways, local employers, and career pathways over time. If you pick one of those employers, you get student-ready content about who that employer is and what they do, who to contact if you would like to do an internship with them, and all the careers in our database that they hire. You also can favorite any career or try an advanced search. In here, you can add additional criteria that would help to personalize your search for the career that's a good fit for you. And then you can compare those, you can select from those careers, you can further explore that career page for these careers. You can add some favorites to your cart. Then you can compare the careers that you put into your cart and look at the data across those careers to help refine your decision.
So there's many people that can benefit this, but primarily this is focused at kids. It's focused at kids in middle school. It's focused at kids in high school so they can consume it, they can understand it, and they can get very actionable information very efficiently. But there's other stakeholders, employers first among them, but also local governmental entities and schools. So we think the Career Investigator is very unique. So as a consequence, we did a market study. We looked at competitive offerings, and we haven't found anything in the country that is so localized and can be scaled and deployed for a specific community like the Career Investigator can be. So tonight, we know there's a lot of skill in the audience. We know there's a lot of knowledge about the software industry. So what are we looking for? We're looking for ideas. We're looking for guidance about system development, about sales and marketing, about commercialization of this tool, because we would like to monetize the Career Investigator to help support Newton's Road in our community. But we do believe it's a tool that can be dropped down in other communities around the country.
So we would like to hear from you on your thoughts about how we can take and monetize this tool to benefit our community. And we are committed to sharing this tool with the youth in our community so that they can stay where they love to live if they so choose. And we also want to take a moment here and thank the people that have helped us to get us this far, because we couldn't have done it without these organizations and youth and professionals. So thank you so much for being here tonight. And if you want to see a demo and interact with it yourself, we have a table out here in the lobby and we're ready for your questions.
I just want you to know that that presentation took about 1/10 of a second short of our 5-minute allotment. So you're welcome.
As you're looking for what you want to accomplish, is there another project, organization, maybe doing something different that you see as a role model that you would like to sort of follow with the community tie-in, the software, the monetization? Is there someone who's gone down this path that
The question is there an opportunity to be a fast follower to copy somebody else's model? And we haven't seen it. That's Brian Van Vorst of Raytheon. Thank you, Brian, for the question. Brian, we haven't seen that opportunity as yet. The tools that are out there today are just different. They tend to be either they just want to explode across the whole country, but they don't have any local information. And the tools that are local are specifically dedicated to that community. Omaha, Nebraska, as an example, they've got a great tool, but it's just for Omaha. They don't have any intention of scaling it beyond their city boundaries. So we think there's an opportunity there. I will say that we're in conversations right now with the Saginaw Area Manufacturers Association and the MEDC about doing basically a pilot project for deploying it down to Saginaw. And because we have a back end that's developed for the system that makes it easy to administer and populate with data, but we really need somebody local on the ground in that community to help take ownership of it. But there's so many people that benefit from this tool, we believe there's the opportunity to basically monetize that value.
this is really a powerful offering with, in my view, a great deal of potential. And what's challenging, I think, is the dynamics of the data. So you're trying to match supply and demand, demand for skills in certain career paths and positions by certain employers in certain zip codes, in certain regions of our Northwest Michigan area. And I'm just wondering, to get to this point, what challenges have you seen and how do you intend to overcome data management issues in moving this forward?
Thank you for that excellent question about how we're doing the data management behind this website. So we have a fantastic partner in building this website, LEA. They're a local nonprofit, and they are very experienced in doing databases like this for around the state of Michigan, and they have transferred them between communities. So talk about a fast follow. That's one example. And so we also added a feature that they did not have before, which was that we can download it to a spreadsheet and update the data rather than going in the admin interface and doing it one career at a time. We can download it into a spreadsheet, transfer the information that we get from our sources, the government sources, and then load it back up. So that's one way that we're managing that data.
Yes.
Speaking of data, is there a way where you could even, I know that has a job where you could somehow pull data from job or scrape it, whatever, use APIs to pull data from job or even to kind of help populate what's available in the community?
So currently we're not getting to an actual job offering. It's more about youth exploring what career they like to go into and then getting onto a learning pathway to achieve it. But it could be that that goes into the future, but definitely scraping, if we could, takes another level of coding to take the data that comes in at the state level and into the national databases like ONET and somehow be able to take that in and kind of process it to be able to enter it into the system. I think it could be done, but we haven't done that yet.
Have you put any thought into training people on how to get jobs for remote companies? Or is it purely
The question is, have we put in any features that would allow one to seek remote employment? And no, we haven't. That's an interesting thought.
What we do have is in that search feature that I showed you, is this a career that you could possibly do remotely?
So some of the other things that are embraced in this is the idea of local companies that have internships, whether they be paid or unpaid internships for high school students or college students. We really need to expose those opportunities to students, but we need to do it for every community, not just ours. We need to get more kids off the bench and into the STEM game. They're needed right now today. We need to get more women and girls into STEM professions. And those are all things that we embrace at Newton's Road and we want to make happen through this particular portal.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you
We're
so
good.
much. Thank you.
It's fantastic. So next we're going to hear a little video shout out from our folks at Creative Coast through Traverse Connect.
Waiting by the landline, adjusted yourself to the rising sun and to me all the things I could have done. Found your true location, darling. With this all that we found our way back. Whoa, to the back, sure, circle our way back.
So the Creative Coast has been a great sponsor for TCNewTech, and this video is to attract new employees to the area, right? Workers. So next, I want to welcome Damien. Damien can join the stage from Freedom Elevated Defense Solution. Welcome. Can you do both, or do you need? I can advance the slide if you like. Yeah, you bet. $20.
All right. No problem. Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? It's 3 a.m. You're sound asleep. You hear a loud noise, a scream, then a pop. Average response time is 10 minutes. You can bleed out and die in under 3. Nobody's coming to save you. What will you do? Now, let's say we could put you in that same exact situation, but allow you to develop the mentality and strategies to protect your loved ones and yourself. I have the solution. My name is Damian Allen, and I'm the owner of Freedom Elevated Defense Solutions, and I'm a basic pistol and CPL instructor certified by the 2 largest organizations in America. We all know how things have been the last few years. 2020 produced 8 million new firearm owners, 40% of that being women. Ownership among Black and brown communities jumped 58% compared to 2019. That trend continues today. Americans are arming themselves for various reasons. The opportunity to get training has been a challenge due to several factors. With this virtual range experience, this will bridge the gap between folks brand new to firearms and those with experience to get even better. We do this by embracing technology and using sound fundamentals of safe firearm handling. We provide an experience that traditional ranges just can't offer. With the price and availability of ammo becoming more expensive and harder to get, our simulator can place you in a scenario that can enhance your skills to be better prepared without the use of live ammo that firing at paper targets just can't duplicate. Replica firearms that recoil give users a realistic and safer introduction to proper use of firearms. Each year, there's over 3,000 accidental discharges of firearms that result in death or injury. Introducing these methods could help reduce these numbers. Our target market is men and women 25 to 55 with incomes 30,000 and above. We plan on using social media and have started expanding our digital footprint with a marketing agency. Also, I'm contracted to provide the training for a security program as part of their new employee orientation. This industry has generated $63.4 billion last year. My fixed and variable cost comes to $3,500 a month with a break-even point of 5 customers a week at a price point of $175 each. With additional range time available, in the future, adding additional ranges will only give me the flexibility to host a class, rent range time, or do a private session. Now, while we can go to ranges, sportsman clubs, shoot and take a class, I want to be transparent and say I know I am not what most people think of when they think of someone teaching people to safely use firearms. My approach and experiences will differ from a lot of places I've mentioned before that sometimes have failed to connect to other communities from learning and exercising their Second Amendment rights. In order to reach everyone, we have to represent everyone. I'm a husband, a father, a son, a brother, a friend, and I'm your neighbor that wants to change the narrative of what a responsible firearm owner looks like in America and make all communities empowered, informed, and safer. For those who want the same, I invite you to join us for a class or your own private session at www.freedomelevated.net. And I'm looking to add an additional $10,000 to mobilize this simulator so we can touch different communities, different organizations, safely and properly educating Americans on firearms and their Second Amendment rights. I'm Damian Allen. Thank you very much. That's perfect. That's perfect. Any questions? Yes. Yes, currently I have an office space classroom that I do the simulator, but some of the challenges that I've been presented with is mobilizing this. I can infect and educate even more people. So the plan is to take this technology in the simulator program and mobilize it within a trailer space and bring it to various places, churches, things like that, so everyone can get properly educated. Did that answer your question? Gentleman in the back, please. Great question. So your question, I want to make sure I understand is, does the simulator meet the requirements for Michigan to obtain a CPO? Is that your question? All right. So the CPO guidelines for the state of Michigan is we need to have 8 hours of classroom time, with 3 of that being dedicated to the range portion. That can cover the dry fire, the simulator, but you also have to do the live rounds. And most of the students that have come through my class, when we put them on the simulator first, they do way better because that fear factor and the ease, because we've already fine-tuned the basic mechanics are already there. So making that transition from the simulator to the live rounds are a lot easier. Did that answer your question, sir? So the program, great question. The program is broken up into different sections. You can rent range time on your own for an hourly fee, or you can take a basic class that just covers the basics. And then for the CPO portion, because the simulator actually covers scenarios, we have a lawyer come in and we walk you through the scenario. We set it up. You and your classmates and the lawyer will critique how you did and see if you did this according to the law. Did I answer? I'm sorry. Did I answer your question, sir? All right. Thank you. I did not develop it. I purchased it from another company, but I wanted to take this technology in the simulator to introduce it to more people here in the state of Michigan. Did I answer your question? Any other questions? I'm sorry, gentleman in the back. Well, see, great question. When you go to a regular traditional gun range, when you shoot live ammo, you're only shooting at paper targets. With this, you can be in a scenario, you can do matching targets where the simulator will call out red triangle, and now you have to transition to a red triangle. You may not be able to get those same things at a traditional range. Did I answer your question, sir? All right, thank you. Any other? Well, the great thing about this is it's my experience. It has appeal to both. So that fear factor of I don't want to touch a gun, I don't want to touch a firearm because I don't want to hurt anybody or hurt myself. That's removed because now we're just covering the foundation and building the strong basics. And then for those who are experienced, they put the simulated pistol in their hands and they go, oh my God, like this feels and looks like the real thing. So now you can even train with it. I'm also reaching out to another company currently who does barrel swaps. So you can bring in your existing firearm and your holster setup and train with that as well. Any other questions? All right. Thank you very much. So depending on which firearm you already have, the relationship that I'm building with this existing company, we may be able to swap your barrel inside of your existing firearm with the one that would work with the simulator so you could train with your actual firearm. Any other questions? Thank you for your time, everybody.
So do we have the opportunity to try this tonight, Damien? Next month. Fantastic. So next we want to welcome Michael, with All Lacrosse Sticks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Bisson. I'm the product developer for All Lacrosse Sticks. Today, I'm going to present to you two different products with one patent pending number. My first product is a lacrosse stick, a lacrosse training stick. I'm a lacrosse player. And here, this is my training stick. In lacrosse, we like to throw like this. But when you practice indoor, you can only go about this range. And then our shots are kind of like this. But indoor, you can't do that. You kind of have to fake it. So what I did is I created the very first training stick for lacrosse that retains the ball in the pocket. But you can also play lacrosse just like a normal stick. But again, this is the motion. And then the second pocket inside creates the ball from coming out of the stick. So then I can use positive and negative force and learn how to throw the ball. This is for the indoor lacrosse. I'm going to market this lacrosse stick to about 1.5 million lacrosse players in Canada and the United States, boys, girls, and adults. I feel that I can get this made for under $12, package it in a package, and sell it for $39, sell it for $19 to the store. I believe I can get 10% of the market, which would be about $2 million per year. While I was deciding to make this lacrosse pocket, I took the pocket and I turned it around. And we all know that dogs like to fetch. So what I did is I made a miniature version of this lacrosse stick, put the pocket backwards so you can play fetch with your dog and use any size lacrosse ball that you want. And when you're done playing fetch with your dog, you can put the ball in the back, pull the string, and the ball doesn't come out. Then you can wash it
and have it set aside for later use. As you all know, we hate slobbery balls, and that's why I kind of made this product. I also made this product for people with physical challenges. A lot of our fetching animals are owned by people with physical challenges, such as in a wheelchair. So I kind of make this also for a person in a wheelchair to be able to throw the ball. Okay, my marketing strategy. I'm sorry, I just like to wing it, so I'm just winging it. Is we all know that about $65 billion were sold in dog products last year. And there's about 20 million fetching dogs in our country as we speak. I would like to get to those 20 million dogs through the 22,000 odd stores in our country. Each store will take about 12, which gives me around 270,000 units per month. I figure I can make about $10 per, and that gives me about $2.7 million per month. And as you can see, I've already contacted some manufacturers in China, and it's capped at about 400,000. And that's also sales without Chewy.com and Amazon.com. With those, I think I can get up to the 400,000 units. And as you can see, $10 per, that'd be $4 million per month. Okay, my competition. The reason why I feel that my stick is better than others is because my competition can only use one size ball. With my lacrosse fetching stick, I can use any size ball that I want. And again, put it in the back and save it for another day fetching. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for any kind of help from the community. I've already contacted accountants, marketing companies, so I have numbers on every single thing that you see here, attorneys, how much it's going to cost for the rest of my patent applications. Right now, I have 28 ideas ranging from prototypes to patent pending numbers. So I'm looking for any kind of help from the community, but also I'm looking for an investor. Someone that can help me with buying the product that I need, getting it shipped from China, and discuss with other manufacturers to get these license agreement maybe and stuff like that to make more money. I just don't think we should just put it on the shelf, but I think I can license this to certain companies and have them make another version and just have their name on it. So I'm just looking for an investor, maybe some help from the community to get this going. Right now, I would just need money because I just need a manufacturer and I'm ready with everything. So I got the name, marketing company, and everything's in order except for just the money to purchase the product to get it to the stores. Thank you. Thank you.
Some questions and answers?
Is there any questions? I'm sure there's a lot. No? All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. I think that put a lot of smiles on everybody's face. If you're a dog owner like me, that was pretty awesome. So we are going to have an opportunity, not quite yet. So this is an announcement about the announcements for you to make your own announcement. 30 seconds. We're going to do a couple of announcements. Gosh, that word. About how to vote. And when we do the voting, you're going to need your cell phones. So get those ready. Just don't turn them on, right? Just keep them silent. We have a little microphone here in between each aisle or in the aisle where when we are voting, I will let you know when it's time and you'll make your way there to make your announcement. Wow. Today is a fun day for me. I cannot speak very well, so thank you for your patience. Moving right along. We want to welcome Eric to the stage. The next guest officially started his first day on the job today, so welcome. We are delighted to introduce Eric Roberts as the new Executive Director of 20 Fathoms. Eric is an executive with 25 years of experience in technology and business operations at companies including Motorola Mobility, Good Technology, BlackBerry, and Saba Software. An Upper Peninsula native and Michigan Tech grad, Eric and his family recently moved back to Michigan and have made Traverse City their home. Welcome.
I can move this up.
Just pull it out. Up towards the ceiling. There you go.
I don't like stand in one place. So thank you, Lisa. I don't see, where's Jennifer? Jennifer, thank you. Thanks for finding time for us tonight for us at 20 Fathoms to say hi. In particular, thank you to the community. I am absolutely blown away by the welcomeness, the kindness, the support that I've heard. People I've never met before reaching out to me saying, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. That's awesome. Like Michigan nice, it's no bullshit. Like that's a real thing. So thank you. I have a hard time a little bit putting into words the swirl of the last, say, 6 weeks. We moved here into our new home about 6 weeks ago. And now this role with 20 Fathoms. The first word that comes to mind is blessed. What a great day to live in Traverse City. Huh? What a great day to be here. Like you all are used to this. Like it's, oh yeah, this is the fall. The gray season's coming and the snow is going to be coming. Not me. Last week, you know what I got? My new snowblower. Brand spanking new in the garage. I cannot wait for snow. I can't wait. And when you see me in April and there's snow coming down, I'm still going to be smiling. So say hi to me, honk your horn when you go by, because I can't wait to use my new snowblower. As Lisa said, I'm back in Michigan. I was born up in Ironwood a long time ago. We moved, my dad's a forester. We moved down to a paper mill town in Wisconsin, back up to Houghton, to college at Michigan Tech. From there around the country a little bit, a couple years in Connecticut, then Chicago for just short of 20 years. And then about 8 years ago, we moved out to the Bay Area in San Jose. And when we moved, my wife and I knew that we were going out there for some period of time. We didn't know exactly where, we didn't know when, but we knew we'd be back here to the Midwest. About 2.5 years ago, we came here on vacation this summer. I told somebody today, fortunately, we got a very sunny, beautiful week that week. And that absolutely answered the question as to where we were going to come. 3 months later, we bought a house here. That was about 2 years ago. And then COVID hit, and my wife's able to do her job from wherever. And my daughter, who I don't know if I mentioned, she's going to Michigan Tech too. Mom and dad are pretty proud. So that's pretty cool. So she's up there. We dropped her off about 5 weeks ago. My company got bought. The Saba software that Lisa mentioned got bought. So the timing along with COVID worked out absolutely perfect for us to move here. So that sort of answered the when. That's why we landed here about 6 weeks ago. The second thing, so you take all of that, that's pretty exciting. I'm still like pinching myself every day. I watched this. Anybody see the sunset yesterday? Unbelievable, right? Like that, like, can you believe we live here? Like we get to live here. So anyway, add on top of that, the privilege of taking a job with 20 Fathoms. And, you know, I got to give a quick shout out to Lauren Bigelow, the executive director before me. We are at an all-time high in membership. Don't forget, so Lauren started her job in February of 2020. She started a job running a workspace in February of 2020. 6 weeks later, March 13th, all of us stopped working. I don't know how she and the team did it. The resiliency, the grit, the fight that this team at 20 Fathoms shows has been unbelievable. All-time membership high right now, which is pretty cool. Shout out for Lauren. That's like fantastic. I think she's listening. I think she said she was going to try to dial in and listen tonight. So great job, Lauren. And I commented on the team. The team is incredible too. I just started meeting with them about a week ago. And wait, I'm telling you, wait till you see what this team can do. It's absolutely awesome. And combine that with the fact, so we have a phenomenal membership over there. Like I said, the biggest number we've had ever. Our sponsors are awesome. The board is awesome. I see Chris Rockwood down here. She's the chair of our board. She's awesome as a leader of that. We've got great support from there. Great support from the community as people underneath 20 Fathoms that just are part of the community. My friend Brian back there runs the TC Telecommuters group. It's 200 people that have jobs that from a company outside of here and are working locally. He said his estimate is 1,000 if you really want to count them. He's just got a roster of 200. So there's just the community and the support structure underneath 20 Fathoms. I'm extremely excited. Like the part that makes me nervous is kind of like the only thing I can do is screw it up. So hopefully I don't do that. But yeah, I'm on cloud nine. This is really exciting. I'll try to wrap up quickly here. I've been asked the most common question I've been asked in the last week since we started all the communication on this is, so what are you going to do? What are you going to change? Where are you going to go with 20 Fathoms? And I will tell you this, it would be arrogant for me to stand here on my first day and tell you all the great things and all the new direction that we're going to go with 20 Fathoms. It would infer that I know more than the people who are working on this and who've been doing this every day. So I'm not going to do that. But I will say there's 3 areas of priority and focus that we want to make sure that we spend time on that are very important to me. The first one is our identity. Who is 20 Fathoms? I want that to be the most welcoming, inclusive, awesome tech innovation hub that you've ever been to. I want people to come in the door. If you haven't been there, come see us. You look out one direction and you see a beautiful bay. You actually can park. There's plenty of room for parking. By the way, you are 3 minutes from the packed parking lot to in a kayak on the West Bay. It's that close. It's that cool of a location. Anytime you walk in there, you'll see great mentors. There's access to capital with Northern Michigan Angels and Boomerangs in there. Like, you will get a lot of mentorship, guidance, help, whatever you need help with. So we will continue to refine that, to make sure that we are a welcoming place, to make sure it's a place that if you're in this community, in this space, you can't wait to come spend time with us, whether it's at a social, whether you're trying to start up your own business, you're not sure where to go, how do I go next? Come see us, we can probably help you out. The second one is out to the community. There are fantastic partners. You saw the video on Creative Coast, the work that Camille's done and that Warren do over at Traverse Connect. I know we can do more with them. I know we can do more with TCNewTech. I talked to Jennifer earlier. Higher ed, local, whether it's NMC, whether it's Michigan Tech, U of M, Michigan State, those connections as well. So I think you're going to see a lot more of outreach maybe from us and collaboration out into the community and back and forth. So that's the second one. And the third one, keep in mind, is the programming. Again, the amount of programming that was launched last year during a COVID year was unbelievable. TC Codes, TC Cyber, HealthSpark. Like, there's some programs that were launched during that. We're working on grants right now to get more of that work done. So you're going to see more from us in the line of programs as well. So with that, I'll step off. I honestly, from my heart, there's a lot of you out there I know that literally reached out and said, congratulations, Eric. Good luck to what you're doing. Letting me know how I can help. Man, I mean it. Thank you. I really, this 20 Fathoms is not me. It's not a leader. Look at what they went through, right? Look at what the team survived through the fast test, 18 months. It's a whole community. It's everybody in here. It's people outside. From my heart, thank you. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Fantastic. Well, we welcome you, Eric, and well done, the folks that found that unicorn, hiring well in that sort of position, a well-matched culture, and we're all very, very excited about the future. We're also very excited to vote. So get your cell phone out. You can see the directions there. I'm going to toggle over to the actual live voting screen. So those of you online, get your cell phones out. You can be part of this. This is going to be done in real time. But while we do this, we're going to have 3 minutes and you've got a chance to make announcements. So go ahead and move to those microphones right now. Oh, you have to wait for me to start. Sorry. Okay, now we're in business. So from now for 3 minutes, we can vote. So take it away.
Hi, I'm Keith Kelly from 20 Fathoms. I'm out in the hallway talking about Startup Week. So it's not until May, but we're just trying to get a lot of awareness out. So trying to build that pipeline of startups in the area. We got really 3 main things we're looking for next May. First of all, working with Newton's Road, who you heard of this evening, that are going to be working with inventions at the high school level. So students working throughout the year, preparing for a competition in May as far as what they can bring to the table as far as an invention. I'm also working with NMC students, and we're going to have an NMC competition as far as startup and business plans and hopefully some prototypes that they can pitch as part of that event. And then finally, a Techstars Startup Weekend. So anybody and everybody can come to the event on Friday night, get to meet a team, form a team around an idea, develop that through the weekend, and then pitch for prize money on Sunday night. So a whole lot more coming in the future, but just stay tuned. Startup Weekend next May. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else?
Hello. My name is Brian Van Voorst. Eric alluded, I'll turn this around. Eric alluded to me a moment ago. I work out of my house. Does anyone here know anyone else who works out of their house? For somebody, perhaps a company that's not in the area. It gets lonely, right? You get sick of high-fiving your cat when you get your expense report done. There's no happy hours. There's no softball team. We started a group called TC Telecommuters, and there are 198, I think, members as of right now. These are people who work out of their home, and it's a social outlet for them. So if your neighbor is trapped in the guest bedroom, or your son-in-law or somebody is hiding out and doesn't have coworkers locally, if they go to meetup.com, or if you see me later on, I'll give you one of these cards, they can join this social organization to meet other like-minded people. Our next outing, which almost always involves beer or adult beverages, is taking place at Silver Spruce 2 weeks from now. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much. Hi, Jody.
Hi, I see a lot of friendly faces in the audience after so long apart, so it's nice to see you. My name is Jody Treach. Many of you know me for my role as the CFO of Boomerang Catapult, but I am also the president of Impact 100 Traverse City. We are a collective giving organization, and this year we had 330 members, so we will be awarding $330,000 in grants to nonprofits serving this area. Thanks. Newton's Road was a past recipient. They received one of our grants in 2020, but we will be awarding next week 3 grants of $110,000 each. So I just wanted to announce everyone in this room, please keep your eye out on the newspaper for that exciting announcement.
Sure. We have a time for one more announcement. He's making his way over. And so we just want to remind you to use the codes and make your vote.
Folks, my name's Larry Day. I've got a little company that makes underwater pace clocks. Now, why would you use that? Well, swimmers like to know what their pace is without torturing their stroke and looking up at an auditorium clock through foggy goggles. These kids that did so well at the Olympics train with one of our clocks at the University of Florida, and the University of Michigan uses them. So they're on the bottom, and when they come off the wall and do these dolphin kicks that are so popular now, they use this as a marker to get to it. And here's my problem, and here's why I'm talking to you. I don't like using lithium batteries near water. Really, there's a lot of reasons why they might be okay. Because you both have to puncture them and also expose them to water, and our cases don't allow that. But I'd rather do the belt suspenders approach and not even have a lithium battery. So I'm looking for somebody I've already hit the batteries plus people. I'm looking for somebody that's knowledgeable about batteries and can teach me how to change the 2300 milliamp hour lithium battery that's in this product to something that's less volatile. We put a case around this. We mill out of stainless steel, a case and acrylic. All right, this is not the product. If this went underwater, the lights would go out quickly. So anyway, I'm looking for knowledge. I'm not looking for an investor or anything like that. Thank you very much. My name's Larry Day. I'll be.
Thank you. So before we announce the winners, which is coming right quickly, we have sponsors. And again, we could not make this possible without their support. So we want to say thank you. I know Susan is in the audience with State Farm Insurance, with free coats and free coffee right over on 8th Street, supporting us for a very long time. Our SCORE folks are here helping those businesses that are getting started. If you want to scale, if you change direction, definitely take advantage of the expertise at the SCORE team. Northern Michigan Angels, all of you supporting, giving capital to those folks that want to get to the next level. That's my face, but I have a giant team at Access Point, a venture employer services company. So if you're doing payroll, human resources, workers' comp, and you don't want to do it anymore, you can call me. And Sarah Hunt, our main sponsor, she's here somewhere. She's going to be out in the lobby doing membership. But if your organization or your home, you need fiber internet, anybody have trouble connected to the internet in town? She's your gal. Okay, so the winner tonight, with a very obvious win is Newton's Road. So congratulations. So we want to invite Barb and Bill back to the stage. We're going to get your check up here and take a quick photo. Congratulations. Everybody's whispering. Let me hide. Hold on. Go ahead. Congratulations. We will get you a real check, but again, thank you to RJG for their support this evening and sponsorship and for being here, Mike. So quick reminder, we do have a job board. So those of you that have friends looking for jobs, or if you have jobs available, we encourage you to visit TCNewTech.org. On the top right, you will see a job board that is powered by TrueJob. They have been doing that for us for several years. It's a fantastic tool for our community. A special thank you to our TCNewTech board and former board members. As you can see, everybody's still very much involved and there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. So a very big thank you to everybody for all that you do. Michigan Broadband Services, of course, is our main sponsor. And thank you to our board. I said thank you. If you see them tonight, we want to encourage you to introduce yourself and start building those relationships. And that's a wrap, you guys. We're going to be back here, Lord willing, October 5:30, the doors will open. Please hang out this evening. The bar will be open, and then we're going to make our way down to the workshop. For any of you that have presented, we're going to ask that you find your way to the back doorway or to your table if you have one. That way, anybody that wants to connect with you tonight can do so. Thank you for coming out. Have a great evening. Thank you for doing that.